Welcome back here on the Senior Network. We're having a great discussion.
Oh my gosh, we really are. And we took a break, and as Susan had a brilliant point, and we went, and we'll be back. So, because you were talking about a whole group of people that we hadn't even discussed at all.
Yeah, there are people here in our community who don't have family, who need somebody to be a surrogate family member, and that's what a geriatric care manager can do for them. And that's a large group of people here. And there are also people who just don't want to burden their family.
Okay.
And another group are people who have brought their parents here, adult children who have moved their parents here. They're busy, they're working, they need somebody to step in and help out. They can't
For the
be there.
respite.
Yes, so they need home care for them.
We were talking about all the services that the Low Country has to offer, and you said the Preston Center.
Yeah, the Preston Health Center.
Yes.
Yes, it is a skilled facility. We are adding on to the Preston Health Center.
Oh, you are?
Yes, mid 2017 we'll have 62 skilled licensed beds. There is a need for it. We also have a rehab center there for occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech therapy. In addition to that, we also have respite care and dedicated private suites to cognitive impairment, Alzheimer's care.
Oh, do you really? Okay.
In addition to that, we also, on campus, we have our own doctor's office for our members and some of the community at large.
All right, talk me through that kind of more individually. You said you have respite care. What does that look like?
Well, I think you brought it up, or Greg brought it up, when an independent living spouse needs to take a trip, and they are the caregiver to their spouse with the help of some of the activities of daily living.
Okay.
The Cypress can take over while that spouse is traveling or out of town. The other services that the Cypress offers is just rehabilitation. You can have surgery, and you
come out
need
of the
to come
hospital,
out of the hospital,
Got it.
and Medicare will cover some of that. If there's a 3-day hospital stay, and again they evaluate the activities of daily living before they'll actually pay. But that's part of the Cypress benefit if you're already a member. But we do take from the outside community as well.
So everyone can participate.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. And the other, of course, is just folks can no longer live independently, safely. They rely on the Preston Health Center.
It makes a lot of sense. When people get out of the hospital, and let's say they've been at Preston Health Center, and then they come home, is that often time when you will get a call too?
Before and after.
Okay.
And what's so nice about what she's speaking about Cypress is the continuum of care. So basically you have a family that moves in there. Well, you're going to be able to have independent living. Like you said, you've got to qualify for that.
Okay.
As you're there, as you start to age and you need more assistance, then you have their home health, or you have a right at home, and you come in, you start providing that additional care. Not that we want to talk about it, but we do all the time, is the progression here of when you get to where there's more skilled nursing needs. You have a nursing center of the Preston sitting right there on campus.
Okay.
You don't go anywhere. It's just right there. So even if it's just for a rehab like we talked about, you go in, you come back, and you're back into your independent living situation. And then at that point, obviously, as we age and get into the process of the nursing side, as we talked about earlier, is the hospice comes in, but they're still there in that campus, their continuum of care.
It's been fascinating doing this show with you, and again, being the layperson sort of sitting back listening to everything, which I think for many of us is new information, or information we've kind of been like la 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 about. Rather, I find it to be amazingly collaborative with everyone that we've talk to and about, and it's basically this enclave of people who really support each other. Do you find that within the community of senior living?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I think the ultimate goal, again, is to keep everyone as independent as long as possible, safely. And I think that's our ultimate goal.
And they need all of our services that we talk about. A lot of us, we work together at the very same time with families. Yeah.
Well, and it's been interesting listening to, with Tide Point, with the Cypress, with the Cypress, there's lots of different opportunities you were saying, and yet they're similar, different personalities, different services. It's really, really kind of fun, isn't it?
We all want options.
Yes. Okay, maybe that's the good thing.
Yeah, we all want options, and I think we definitely provide that here on the Low Country.
What is the average age, or is there an average age of a participant or a person, a resident?
Average age moving in at the Cypress is 75.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and we have folks on either side of that number. So we have folks in their 90s and we have folks in their 60s.
I wonder if senior care and senior living has changed quite a bit since, let's say, 40s, 50s, and 60s. I mean, obviously, you and I mean, people are living much longer, much healthier.
Yeah, the average age supposedly of assisted living is about 85.
Okay.
And that would be the same with home care.
Is it
We
the same
typically
thing?
Yeah.
Do you ever get, and this is a quick switch, but do you ever get younger participants who just need some home health care for?
Yeah. And disabilities, and I mean, yeah, all kinds of different situations that we get called in. We've had, children that we.
So you sort of run the gamut within
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I'm trying to learn more and more about the home health care business, because it's, how long have you done it?
12 years.
Look, he doesn't like to talk about himself, does he? I'm like, Have you really 12 years?
I'm a dinosaur, I know.
Oh, listen to you. I love. And from a client point of view, how long do people typically stay with you once you get their cases? Do you actually manage them throughout the?
I can. I have had somebody that most recently, until our hurricane, I have had somebody for 13 years in my practice.
Have you really?
First caring for a wife. Then there was a period where only when his wife passed away, when he had some intermittent episodes, and
Right.
then the last year and a half caring for the male in the family.
And you, I mean, once you get them in the Cypress, you've got them and their kids and their kids' kids, so you just have a job forever.
Oh, I do. I do. I mean, we have multiple generations.
Yeah, I mean,
I've been
it's
there
gotta
so
be-
long. I'm like,
It's like the school teacher, right?
I know.
Like,
I have like
I
the
had your
second
parents.
generation moving in, and
I love
and we have marriages, and
That's
we
so
haven't had
fun.
any births.
Well, thank God. Yeah, there is a silver lining. Exactly.
yeah.
Well, it's a treat to talk to all of you. And again, Greg,
you,
it's
Debbie.
a privilege to be able to co-host with you. I thank you very much for allowing me to do it. We thank you all for joining us, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye now.